Live from the arena is a space where healing happens, where you can lean into what truth is. You can't lean into this and not experience growth. Something is going to resonate. Something is going to plant the seed that blossoms into something that people probably don't even know. Why would somebody want to do this work? Why would one want to accept this invitation? My story includes a history just like anybody else's, that we are humans and we experience some form of trauma. So I have all kinds of different traumas from my past, and I've worked really hard to come to grips with how to live amidst all of the traumas that have happened and all of the what I now know is the metaphysical energy that's literally locked in my cells. And I knew that I needed to start embodying, but talk therapy was only getting me so far. So in 2011, I was kind of at a really, really deep in a deep depression. And I was just so incredibly miserable. And ultimately, I couldn't get a fix that would satiate the addiction. And so I ended up going into a 12-step recovery program. I worked the fuck out of the program and really got to know myself in a much deeper way. As I started doing morning meditations routinely, and what came up was this idea of Live from the Arena. I remember coming up with the name. I saw it so clearly. I did a lot of research to explore what I could do with it. And I know that being in the arena is going to require me to be vulnerable and explore things that I don't want to. And so one of the first ideas that came was basketball, because I hate, I don't know that I can say I like it anymore now, but I'm willing to at least get my hands on a basketball and explore it. In that has brought a lot of healing. I can't tell you how many times I've worked up my emotions and have cried playing basketball in this process. And it's in that moment, when the emotion surfaces, it's in that moment that the healing can begin. I have a very strong ability to connect with my emotions, a strong ability to connect with my body, to tell me what my emotions are. I have an incredible ability to understand what the need is underneath it. I can identify what messages are there. I can work with a lot of this stuff. It's proving to just be incredibly transformative. And so if I can lead others in that regard, there's no greater purpose that I could possibly serve than to use my experience to help nurture growth for somebody else. A good friend of mine, right after I started going public on Facebook, and I came out, he sent me a message and he said, "You appear to be so grounded." He's like, "I can really tell that you're happy." And he said, "I know that I feel happy too, but I don't feel grounded. And when I see your content, you are very grounded." That would be the end goal, is to live life from a grounded position. And the only way I know how to get to a grounded position is to start deciphering the noise that keeps us away from truth. And so you can't help but face truth and experience some level of growth that provides a sense of grounding. If I don't feel grounded, my life feels chaotic. If I don't feel grounded, I can't really be happy. Nothing in my life is sustainable if it's not rooted in a grounded position. So I guess, what do I mean by that, to be grounded? Confidence. It's a calm knowing. It's not a place where there's worry. It's a place where there's peace and calm and serenity, and there's compassion for making decisions that might go wrong. And there's compassion for the fears that might emerge that feel impossible to face. I've been able to cultivate an awareness of these internal parts that can offer all of these qualities that I want. And if I wasn't living that way, I would be miserable. I think there's a lot of people out there that are miserable, I didn't even know how miserable I was. I think there's a lot of people out there that are miserable that want what I have. They've told me. It's work that's not for the faint of heart, I'll tell you that much, but it is by far the most rewarding work I have ever done. by far.